Welcome to all of you. Welcome to this little video. I mean, a very not too long, which means a short video about the full moon in Leo that is happening depending on where you live between the 15th, 16th of February of 2022. It's going to be a full moon in Leo, the moon at 27 degrees of Leo, opposing the sun at 27 degrees of Aquarius. And what's there at 27 degrees of Leo? It's Regulus. It's the fixed star Regulus. I thought I'm going to make a quick video and you see my improvements that I'm having here. And it's so, you know, not me. I mean, all the technical stuff, I hate it, but I'm doing my best to improve the audio. I know a lot of you have been complaining and I understand it, but it's just because I'm not that good at it. Anyway, not talking about the audio, it's the full moon in Leo and it's a very significant one. Why? Because again, Regulus, what is this all about? Regulus is a fixed star that has to do with ambition. So we have an opportunity. Again, it's an opportunity. We have an opportunity to be very ambitious. And Leo is the sign of the heart. So the heart chakra, it's the sign of that has to do with creativity, with play, playfulness, with having fun, expressing yourself, all those good stuff, all the good things and all the enjoyable things. It's a fire sign, so we're all gonna feel it in our charts. Also in a way that is quite, you could say, because it's connected to the nodes. It squares up to the North Node and it squares up to the South Node as well in Scorpio, the South Node and the North Node in Taurus, also because they are also around those degrees. So it is what we call in astrology a full square. And when a full square is happening, especially with the nodes, because the nodes have to do with fate. You know, it's kind of destiny, so to speak. You kind of, it's a bit karmic, so to speak. And so all of this, when it's in a full square, this has to do with motion. This has to do with finding some traction there. So yes, we are all going to feel that playful energy and that longing for more, you know, creativity and more acting from the heart. But definitely in a square to those nodes, it's not always going to be easy. That said, let's have a look at the signs. Now I've done them in pairs. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it in pairs, you know, because no, people are going to complain. The last thing I want that. No, because it's too difficult to find and etc. I'm starting with Aries, right? So what does it mean for you Aries people out there? This is a full moon in a fellow fire sign. This is good. This in itself is good. It's your fifth house. It is the house of expression. So you Aries people out there between now and tomorrow, and it's not only around the 15th, 16th of February. I mean, this is energy is a bit of a, you could say, a culmination energy. That's always with full moons, but it has to do with a culmination around creativity, and it also has to do with those nodes, remember, and for you they are in the second house and in the eighth house. So whatever you do creatively, you're doing it for your self-worth, for increasing self-worth. I don't want to make it any longer than that. It's that, and you're quite ambitious. So for those Aries people who are ambitious, go for it, be creative. The fifth house is creativity, it's children, have some sex if you want to, if you can. You always can, well, not always, but anyway. What else is it? Projects, it's giving birth to a new project. And yes, remember, it can be a little bit not easy to gain that confidence, but ultimately it's faded. Now, Taurus, this is happening in your fourth house. So for the Taurus people, this is it is a bit of a stressful full moon for you. But the good thing about this full cross in the fixed signs, and you're a fixed sign, is that it prompts you into motion, right? So Taurus people are not always there to change very easily, but The thing is, the culmination point, or the opening, you could say, is the moon there in your 4th house of Leo. So the house of Leo for you is your emotional state, period. It's your emotional well-being. Yes, to a lesser extent, it can have to do on a mundane level, not to a lesser extent, but a mundane level, it can have to do with literally your home, your house, the house area. So there's something there that is illuminated there, that has some sort of a change, and it's for the better, it's destined. And the nodes are activated in your sign. Remember, the North Node is in Taurus and in your opposite sign. So all the key areas of your life are activated, which is home, family, which is you, and a significant other person. Whatever it is, the key word here is emotional well-being. So whenever it has to do with exploring yourself and understanding oneself, and you do it for your emotional well-being, you can't go wrong, Taurus people. Geminis, this is on a mental level. This is happening, this is very fun for you. It's happening in your 3rd house, the house of siblings and of neighbors, and doing something maybe in the neighborhood and having a party or whatnot, you know, doing something very joyful. I mean, the moon in the 3rd house is with, you know, maybe you are going to a workshop, or you're giving a workshop, and there's something illuminated there in that 3rd house that clicks, that you understand it, but it has a bit of a, you could say, tension between your 6th house and 12th house. The North Node is in your 12th house. So there is some old pattern that you need to let go of in order that you can communicate very well and very sincere. That's what it's all about. And to let go a little bit of those things that you don't love to do and that are harmful for you. Okay, so a really mind shift for the Geminis. Shift your mind, it's time, and you're gonna love it. Cancerians, this is happening in your 2nd house. Leo is your 2nd house, which is the house of money, 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 and it's also the house of your self-worth. So something illuminates there, something becomes very clear. It could mean that your financial situation becomes very clear to you now. It's illuminated, or it has to do with your self-worth. It's high or low, whatever, not in between. It's either there or there. And because this is highlighted, the nodes that activate your 11th and your 5th house, which is the friend house, which is the house of self-expression, which is the house of having fun and new goals for the future. So it means a bit of stress there. So you probably will have time for this to do so, certainly the next couple of weeks. But there needs to be made some changes when it comes to your objectives for the future. So think about the future very carefully. There is something up there that eliminates to heighten your confidence when it's been low, but also to strengthen your finances when it was not that case. Leos, of course, the spotlight is on you, dear Leos. The spotlight is on you, and with regulars there, you know, for those of you who've got planets around 27 degrees or an ascendant, this is amazing energy. This is energy of ambition. It's all about you. You show yourself towards another person as well. And this can be quite drastic, quite fated relationships, you know, they can come and they can go. And this is not something that you didn't know or that was out of the blue. It's something that you have expected. So that could be a new relationship forming or an old one that wasn't any good anymore that needs to go. And as the nodes are involved here in your 10th house and the 4th house, which is the houses of work and home, it's like the whole, for you it's the whole life, you could say your life path is going to change. Of course, if you want that, if you want to take that opportunity, and it is from within. It's not so much that it's not in your hands, but it's up to you how you feel and what you want, and make your conclusions, especially when it comes to a relationship, so that you can improve your life on all different levels. And it starts with you. You just can't change anyone but you. So very, very important. A bit stressful though, for the Leos, especially those who have planets or an ascendant moon or sun around 27 degrees, or even like a Venus in Leo, or Mars in Leo, or Mercury in Leo, or Jupiter in Leo. Maybe also Saturn in Leo, but to a lesser extent Jupiter and Saturn. But these personal planets, they prompt you into a new beginning, and it's because you have a culmination coming up for you. The Virgos, this is happening in a very hidden area of your life. So things can come to light because the moon, yes, the moon will shine in Leo in your 12th house, the hidden house. So the house where you are a bit unconscious there. And I mean the unconscious. We all have a part of us that we don't know, or that we call the shadow side. And something will come up. You know, it can be a secret. It can be something that you didn't know about yourself or about others. Whatever it is, there's a karmic tie here. And it's going to shift the way that you think, because the North Node is in the 9th house for you, and the South Node in the 3rd house. So that is giving the tension as well, because it has to. So whatever it is that comes to the surface as a highlight, and I think Virgos, they can deal very well with the truth, even when they don't like it. So for some of you, depending on your chart, of course, it's going to be a truth that you welcome. And for others, it's going to be a truth that you say, oh, my goodness me, how could this happen? I didn't know, I didn't see. But normally, a Virgo wants to know the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So they can deal with that way better than maybe another sign who is not so good, who's not so focused on the analytical side of life and the truth, a truth seeker. So whatever it is, shift your mindset, and you will be fine, okay? So next, Libra. Libra, this is happening, this full moon, in your 11th house. This is enjoyable for you, for the Librans. This is enjoyable energy. There is something highlighted when it comes to your friends, when it comes to associations, when it comes to your goals. Something is really, really highlighted here. And it also has to do with the way that you have fun in your life. And it also has to do with the 2nd and the 8th house, which are the value houses and the money houses. So, in other words, let go of that value of other people and, the people pleaser syndrome that is associated very often with Librans. It's not going to work for you this time, and you're going to, you know what, you don't always have to take into account other people's opinions and, their worries and whatnot. It's not time for that now. It's time now to focus on you, your worth, and what you find important. And definitely you're going to have those beautiful friendships, beautiful illuminating, beautiful new goals in your life where you feel a lot more freer and a lot more creative. Then Scorpio, also a fixed sign. So for you it's a bit more stressful, but in a way that, that Grand Cross makes sure that there is some changes to come. And it is for you mostly when it comes to, there's something in the work area for those of you who work. If you're not working, it mostly has to do with how you want to be seen in the world. Or it could be parents as well. So there is something that illuminates, that becomes very clear for you, in Leo there, up there. You could shine if you have, especially a Scorpio rising, you could really be seen now, in the public eye. If you do something for a living that is in the public eye, there could be something that highlights, and it's not necessarily a bad thing, but there is some friction for you between you and another person, a significant other person. So on a relationship level, it's a lot about your personality and how you are open for the learning something about another person that is very close to you. So very significant. And all areas of your life, when you feel that it's shifting, welcome it, embrace it, accept it, and you'll be fine. Again, the Scorpios who've got planets at the very end of Scorpio, 27 degrees, will feel it the most, of course. But anyway, it's there to transform, and it's definitely there. It could be a new job, it could be something that highlights your work, and that has a knock-on effect on your relationship as well. If you have one, if you haven't got a relationship, that could be starting something new as well. Very fated. Maybe someone you are encountering at the workplace. Sagittarius, this is happening in your ninth house. What am I saying? It's happening in your ninth house. This is fantastic. This is new opportunities. You are a fire sign. This Leo energy is in your ninth house. It's in regulars. My goodness me. This is you could say a gate to an upgrade that you're getting on a spiritual level. The ninth house is on a more mundane level. It's travel. You could be traveling. You could be making plans to travel, or something comes very, very clear that highlights the ninth house. That has to do with broadcasting, like what I'm doing. I'm having a Sagittarius rising, so maybe, you know, because of the audio, that is so gonna be so good. I'm gonna have so many views now. You see what I mean? It can be as mundane as that. It really can. I hope, of course, that it's going to be a bit broader than that. But anyway, it's a very positive for you because you are a fellow fire sign. Enjoy it. You know, also anything that has to do with different cultures, different languages, going to different countries. I already said that. And also publishing something. You could really, really be seen for now, but it creates a little bit of tension though on the levels of your day-to-day work, that you want some changes. And my goodness me, this is so applicable for me. You know, your day-to-day work. I'm using now audio. I'm trying to make some changes in my day-to-day routines as well. It's sometimes astrology is so unbelievable. But anyway, so. And it might be a bit stressful. I really find it a bit stressful as well. But, you know, for you, it can simply mean something in your day-to-day life needs to change, a routine that needs to change, in your work area that needs to change. And although you don't like to do it anyway. You're going to get a lot more recognition, a lot more understanding of the world, a lot more spiritual connecting, feeling spiritually connected with all there is. Isn't that what Sagittarians love? Absolutely. Capricorn, this is happening in your 8th house. This is a bit of a hidden house, so a hidden house is going to be illuminated. So everything that has to do with money of other people, so that could be inheritances, it could have to do with value that other people give you, you know, the appreciation that you get from clients, from people that you love, your significant other. There's some highlight. You could get a present, you know, with that there in the Leo, and you could really, really love it, you know, a heart given. You know, when you get a present for someone, it's definitely from the heart. Like it's supposed to be, right? And it's in Leo, so very playful. And again, the playful houses are activated in the nodes as well. So yes, a bit stressful energy, but for you Capricorns, it's all in very light-hearted houses. The 5th and the 11th house have to do with your how you enjoy yourself. And that's important for you, Capricorns. As from, you know, the North Node has shifted into Taurus in your 5th house. This is about how can I enjoy myself more by doing things that are fun, by creativity, acting from the heart, expressing myself and all of that. And there's like friendships and associations that are shifting as well because of that. And so very uplifting energy, although a part of your chart is highlighted that is a bit hidden there. So on another level, when it's not a financial level or has to do with your self-worth or worth that you, appreciation that you get from others, it's deep psychological house. So you could have battled now, and it comes very clear to you, battled a very deep thing, a psychological thing that you understand now. And because of all of this, there is more room for play. There is more room for creativity and having fun. Aquarius, of course, the sun is in your sign whilst this is happening, and it's all about relationships. So your 7th house, where the moon is full, and especially those Aquarians are gonna feel it very much at the 27 degree. You're gonna feel it mostly, but this is about a significant relationship. So something comes out, and you could say something becomes very clear for you where you're standing in the relationship. Again, you are an Aquarius is a fixed sign, so you are the one that is fixed, that is feeling that fixed cross extremely. So it's a bit more stressful for you Aquarians, but know that this is fated. Know that it has to be like it has to be. And when a relationship needs to develop, let it develop. When it needs to go, let it go. And it's gonna have also a knock-on effect with the nodes there in the 4th house and in the 10th house. So it's all about improving your emotional well-being. So don't forget that when you're dealing with relationships, that you know, when they're gonna tell the truth there. It could be a little bit of someone doing a little bit of drama there, but you can deal with that. You're the Aquarian. You're a little bit detached there, but know and use your reasoning that your emotional well-being, that's what it's all about. That's where you want to go, where the North Node is in Taurus. Last but not least, for the Pisceans, this is happening in your 12th house. There is something illuminated there for you. In the 6th house. So there's something illuminated that has to do with your day-to-day life, your day-to-day routines, your health. So it comes up and it becomes very clear to you. Either you're fed up with a job, or you're fed up with how you deal with your routines. And it is time now to change that. If you want that, of course, you have the opportunity. But it's a bit stressful when it comes to your mindset. You know, the 3rd house and the 9th house are activated by the nodes, and especially improving your day-to-day thinking. The North Node in Taurus is improving your thoughts, and it's like these little, very easy things in life that you want to change. Your environment, you want to renew it and do it. Renew your people in the neighborhood, siblings. There's some newness there, and don't be scared of the newness, and apply it and do it in a very heartful way. You know, use that full moon in Leo to open up your heart and to really make sure that you are this creative being, and that you are shining, and that you let other people shine as well, you know, especially the people that are close to you in the neighborhood, siblings. You know, it's about those people, and they're helping you to change the way that you think, and you need to. So and of course, bad habits need to go. With the sun in your 12th house, they need to go. Whatever it is, tackle one to start with. Anyway, having said that, I hope the audio is still doing well, and I hope it does. I don't see a light there, or do I see a light? Yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Enjoy this full moon. It's a very, very enjoyable one, and remember, Venus and Mars are together there in Capricorn. My goodness me, be passionate as well. Be passionate, go after what you want, but have good intentions, you know, with a clear agenda, not a hidden one. Having said those wise words, I'm going to end this video. Thank you so much for watching. All the best to you. Bye-bye.